Well, you're not done with that homework, right? Olivia looks perturbed as I just look at him with a flat, I ain't doing all that face. Take another draw. I'm just playing. Even with the raging storm keeping us locked inside a school, the vibes are pretty good. Despite the Otacon not actually forcing Olivia to do homework, she at least attempts it again. And I'm glad to hop in and help out. But it's pretty clear she's no interested in it. At a certain point, the Otacon elects to fill the silence in the air with crazy-ass stories of things that happened in the semesters before I had arrived here. You know, a few years back, someone tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. Deadass, he threw a fucking shovel at someone? Oh, yes. I mean, he didn't hit them with it, mind you, but no one ever tried it again. After that little nugget, Olivia just gives up on the schoolwork. It throws out her own little tidbit. You know, I still owe you for ruining your coat last year. Oh, forget about it. I have a dozen of them in my jacket. In my closet, anyway. Oh, don't remind me about my fucking jacket. I'm still lamenting it. You're still mourning, you mean? Laughs I had at my poor expensive jacket's expense. What a fucking line. And we continue idly chatting until there's no more chat to be had. We sit in silence, but the ambiance of the storm holds us company. It's oddly soothing, honestly. Yannicon slumps down in his chair, huffing and puffing. We both move the chairs up to his desk, just hanging. Oh, long day today. I give him a knowing glance, considering my knowledge of whatever's ailing him. He purses his lips and gives a small nod. I'll be okay, don't worry. I return the nod and he just goes on. Normally I'd be home by now, resting. Would you mind if I relaxed a little? Why wouldn't we? He shrugs, but takes the question as a yes and swishes behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of his chair. Grunting in satisfaction quietly, he leans forward and rests his arms on the desk. Olivia, I've been meaning to say. You used to be so quiet, isolated even. I'm glad to see you being more open. You think so? You've been in my classes all 4 years, and between then and now there's been distinct improvement. Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, you see this all the time. Someone's in a rut and they just tend to stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up, like they've got all the time in the world. I wince, but I hope neither of them notice. That ain't way too fucking close to home for me. The Otacon scratches his chin contemplatively as he continues speaking his thoughts. So I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia. Oh, Mr. Otacon, thanks, but could have done it by myself, though. The Otacon glances at me, smile growing a little wider. As it does with most things, I never thought I'd be making the pair when I played referee between your little spat in art that day, but I'm glad that I did. You remember that, don't you? I hunch over in my seat, putting on my best Olivia pout and impersonating her voice as best as I could. I just want to watch the video without being gawked at. Stinging pain sailing up my spine as a tail whips across the skin of my bare back, leaving a red welt. Whew. God damn, woman! The Otacon begins guffawing, actually, doubling over in his chair as I glare at Olivia, looking at me with smug satisfaction, arms crossed as she leans back in her seat. Oh, get that. Domestic abuse this early? God damn! Oh, you two certainly are something special, that's for sure. Leans forward and pats us both on the hand, but then makes contact with Olivia. But when he makes contact with Olivia, she jerks her back with a quiet pained hiss. Shit. Olivia? Like a switch in my brain and a lingering pain left by the smack she gave me fades away. You okay? Oh, I'm fine. It just hurt. I was fine before, though. Oh, fucking shit, stupid. I forgot how badly you fucked up your wrist up for that stupid Mia shit. You're feeling better, though. You've now built that doohickey. The print enlarges. Of course, great work. Of course, great move. Student overworking herself, and I give to think her extra physical work. What am I doing? Both Olivia and I turn to him, and she speaks. It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry. I have no idea how bad it was. You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself. I know. He gently lets go of her wrist, leaning back, and looking between us. I know you were doing extra work, but how did it get this bad? It was a lot of extra work.
doing a whole group's assignment on top of my own for the last 3 weeks for basically all my free time. It's great practice. That's what I told myself.
Yarakan takes her arm and starts gently working it around. Watching as Olivia tries her best to try and hide me wincing. A hollow look settles over her face.
I never would have made it to graduation.
All because of that painting you switched. Wait, you knew about that? I guess he must have told him at some point. Well, he lets go of Olivia, who leans back and shakes. Oh, wait, he lets go of Olivia, leaning back and shaking his head. No, it goes back further than that. All the pain, all the event. Wait, but that painting isn't fucking relevant in this. The extortion has to do with something else. Did you just copy the fucking text without considering the implications thereof? Ho Shugenja! What a weird class. Oriental Adventures, what the hell were you thinking? Legend of the Five Rings. There we go. Chapter Rain. God damn it, you're just copying the... This isn't about that! She's being blackmailed because of him! You bingus, you can't just copy text when you've changed the series of events! I mentioned this before with, like, changing the whole thing with where they have the whole, you know, instead of being outside, they do it inside. It's like this author doesn't seem to fully understand what cause and effect is sometimes. Ugh. Oh, the pain, everything these past years all winds back to the entry in that gala. The very first four into the odd world, and it went like that. Olivia looks down at Anne again, stretching fingers back and forth gently. My hand finds hers and begins gently massaging it. You and that painting. It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I told you that so many times. I look at her or not. She knows how much I like that thing. It's all I could talk about when we met. She looks between us carefully, managing a small nod in return. The Yarakan suddenly rises from his seat, pacing back and forth along the class. What a horrible chain of events. I had to witness all of it all these years. Watched as it's taken your friends, your self-worth. That little smile you had when you came to my class, and now it's ruining your health. I'm uneasy. Yarakan has gotten exasperated in class with students, although irritated with my crony-ass jokes sometimes, but I've never seen him get angry like this. Olivia's apparently sharing my feelings right now as we lock eyes nervously. He exhales deeply, covering his eyes again. Now he sounds defeated. How would you know if he hasn't said the line yet? And I just sat here and watched it. I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have. What the fuck does he mean by that? Something in my guts twists painfully, but I have time to ponder it, because Olivia speaks. Yarakan looks up at the wall when she speaks. Somewhat even more eerie. Yarakan, are you alright? Oh, no, I'm super, actually. In fact, I've made my mind up about something. Do you take it to the gala, please? There's something I want you two to see. I open my mouth to speak, but I can't even take a breath before he cuts me off. No words, just do it. I can only nod, standing back up from my chair and stepping behind Olivia, grabbing hold of her chair handles. She looks confused as he steps towards the door and I start following him. She voices a question, and he stops, hand on the door's handle. What are you going to show us? Something that should have been seen a long time ago. Hello, Como! Or as I always say, hello, Mo. Get it? Because if you... Because like, it verbally aligns very nice with hello and Mo. Huh? What the hell? Jesus, someone just showed me some of the pre-gens AI responses that YouTube likes to spit out. They're so contextually deaf. It's incredible. Well, thank God I wear boots because the Attica was not fucking joking. This place is flooded as shit. We're winding through the hallways back towards the main building of the school. Olivia had brought her legs up into a seat and was now curled into a little ball, head resting on her knees. The Attica didn't give a shingle shit about the water, trudging through it and keeping water up as he soaked his slacks. The drain in the floor bubbled and gurgled noisily as they tried in vain to keep the water level low. Couldn't help but find a feeling of unease that slowly crept up my spine as we trudged away from the windowed hallways. What little natural light that we had was fading away until it was nearly pitch dark once again. This place is creepy as fuck when it's dark. Remembering my move from the dark room, Olivia had taken her phone out and turned on its flashlight to light the way. But it did little to kill the feeling. Hey, shit, where did the Attica go?
Mr. Attica!
Where'd you see him last?
That way, I think.
The administrative offices. I keep pushing her, managing to keep a steady pace thanks to yet again my boots. I love these fucking boots. Still, pushing a wheelchair through ankle-deep water proves to be a bigger challenge than I thought. Especially, have you forgotten that your shoulder is injured, my man? This is agonizing on a good day. It takes nearly 2 minutes for us to make it to the gala, which is thankfully not pitch black thanks to the glass ceiling. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like, I know that in the normal hallway shots, it's hard to notice, but if you look at the animation, well, there's a rain overlay, and it's really refined for some odd reason. I think it's gonna be Olivia. Yeah, it's gonna be Olivia. So the Olivia animation, right? You can in fact see that there is this large glass ceiling overhead, if you pay close attention. Why is that clock? That clock is like, what? Half to 9? I mean, I guess that's a normal school time, but Jesus. Man, get a load of that Halford 2.0. Why is there a guy in a... But yeah, you can see that there's like a light in the roof, if you pay attention. Alright, the administrative offices. Okay, the bigger challenge I thought takes nearly 2 minutes for us to get to the gala, which is thankfully needs a pitch black thanks to the glass ceiling. As stormy as it was, even being exposed to the outdoors was enough to paint the hallway in a deep hazy gray. Even still, no sign of Attica. Pull my own phone out and turn the flashlight on, and it's at that point I hear something else. Footsteps in the water. A whippers to the noise. A gentle ember bounces to and fro in the rhythm of the footsteps. Suddenly, a painting comes clattering against the floor towards us. That's the art contest painting. I don't have any time to think about it further. As out of the shadow steps the Attica, a cigarette hanging out of his beak and the school's emergency fire access down on his shoulder. He glares hatefully down at the painting despite him not having... Okay, I have a question. So, the implication has always been that Inko kind of left his password around and Olivia managed to upload the painting. But how the fuck did she hand in a physical painting like this? Like, it made sense when she just handed it in digitally, right? Under Inko's name by using his account details that he forgot to get rid of. That works. But this is a physical painting, meaning at some point, she handed this in. Because no one else is helping her. When did that happen? It's just a really weird detail when you think about it. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're just gonna wholesale copy this. Yeah, we're just gonna do one last favor. All right, fair enough. Attica, what are you doing? His foot rips around, kicking the painting into the display case. It clatters off loudly and slaps into the floor right below it. His gaze turns towards us as he takes a draw of his smoke. These are the one, yeah? No, he's not staring at us. He's just staring at Olivia. I can't find any words anyway. Neither can she. She can only muster a fearful nod. Fearful? The Attica exhales, smoke billowing out of his mouth as he faces the display and begins stepping towards it. He lowers the axe shaft into his hand, gripping it both. This is my fight too. Olivia looks in shock as I step around the wheelchair and stand next to Yadakan and face myself. He only glances at me and I glance back. Oh, wait, it's a little early, excuse me. I guess I should actually play the animation because I think the actual audio track is in there somewhere. I don't know why they did that. Oh, it's not in there. I thought it would be. Oh, I know that the animations are silent. But, wait. I thought it was like a more bombastic version of this. I bit on my cheek a lot lately. It makes me so mad. We're both doing this for her. A spark flies between us as I twist my hips aside. Why are you involved in this at all? Do you not understand that this scene is not about you? For one, it's kind of weird we're talking about the contest entry, which wasn't even the fucking problem in this plot. That's been resolved as far as the plot's concerned. Two, that has nothing to do with you anyway. And three, the actual problem is that your thing is known. And four, this has to do with Iadikon and Olivia, which you have... I guess you have something to do with it because you talked about the painting, but like not in a way... You're fucking up the metaphor, man! Oh, you dumb moron! You can't just copy sentences wholesale and expect them to work if you change the scene! I twist backwards as Iadikon whips the X's blade directly into the landscape, carving a jagged hole through it. He yanks it out of the display case, swings again, striking wide and nearly bisecting it. He swings again and again, carving up the paint until it's nothing but tatters. Olivia watches in silence all the entire time. Okay, I gotta... Hold up. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna say this. The original animation is done in a different art style because it's supposed to be surreal. And you're not even gonna be abstract with your writing? You're just going to do more realistic descriptions. No metaphor, no abstractions, no... What are you even doing here, buddy? What are we doing? What is this for? What are we achieving? Why? It just makes me so mad. You could have done something with this. You could have done something with this. You should have done something with this. But instead you didn't. And you just pretended that's good enough. You know, if it worked for them, it worked for me. No, it doesn't. This is a different media. The context is different. The characters are different. Why? Or as I like to say, Ubingus. The artist in me says, no art was made today. Only words for a director who couldn't be bothered. Anyway, it's gone. I jolt forward and capture his arm. Why do you capture him? Why do you catch his arm over my shoulder? Lend him my weight them. Let's go with the axe and it goes clattering off to the side. God, he feels like nothing. So light, so frail. Leans into me, twisting his head towards Olivia as he wheezes out. Olivia, it's done. Both of them. Should have done this long ago. Yeah, but Yadakan, this is crazy. He's breathing slowly, steadily, but I'm not keen on letting him go quite yet. I know. Shame about all the other stuff. Oh, who fucking cares? Those students graduated years ago. You know how many of them still do art? None! If they're collateral, so someone else can, fine by me. How does that have anything to do with anything? He slowly peels himself away from me, steady on his feet now. Olivia, you don't have any other paintings now, do you? Oh, what a shame. Now I don't have any.
I can make another.
Yes, that's what I need to hear. You make me proud to hear that. Do you remember? Oh, wait.
Do you remember in sophomore year when you challenged me to think of something I wanted to do and set a goal for it?
Of course.
I couldn't think of anything back then. But there's one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I have someone I can trust to help.
She looks at me, and I look back. Our hands find each other, fingers lacing. You know, you might notice that just reading the lines, you can tell how much of this doesn't actually do anything for the writing. Your head can fill in the gaps. I'm not even reading it, and I know what these characters are trying to do. If if I can figure out the emotional tone of a sentence without your descriptive text, what is it fucking doing here anymore? You might say, well, your voice. No. I do not have my voice to work off of. I am interpreting stuff off the cuff. If I can interpret the emotional weight of your sentences, what is the descriptive text for? Why are you putting so much emphasis on everything with all these fucking new lines? It does nothing. You're wasting my time. I'm unwasting it.
Promise not to laugh.
Oh, I'd never.
Would you mind asking me again, the Otacon?
Sure. I believe it was. If you could leave right now, do anything you wanted, what would you want to do?
Anything at all?
Yep.
I want to go see a fountain and paint it for you.
Fucking brilliant. There's a fountain here?
Not in the school, no. But there's a park not too far from here. You can barely see the fountain in the center of it from the window. You can't see right now in the storm, but that's where I want to go.
I think I know of it. It's the one in Stick Equestrian Park, right? That's wonderful, Olivia. He staggers a bit again, and they jolt out and get under his arm again. To support. Stop it with the fucking doubling up, man! Jesus! He grunts quietly, but there's a hint of amusement to his tone. Good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything. Good. Otherwise, I'd get Q-hauled for this shit, too. Oh, that Mircha can take the fall to hell with her. Well, okay. I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me.
I will.
He then turns to me and bats a fist into my chest, twinkling. And you better help. Oh, nothing I'd rather do, boss. He motions towards the school entrance. I help him for a good bit of the way there, but eventually finds his foot and then steps back, leaving me with a thankful hand on the shoulder. I peer off into the rain, grimacing. Thanks! Great! Oh, my bandages are gonna get wet. Do you have one out of gun?
Wait, do you have one yet?
Like how we're just... You're doing all this, and you keep doing shit like this, so that we know who the speaker is, and then you do this? Fuck you. Just fuck you, man. You're terrible. You're awful. Fuck you. Peers down at her quizzically, and she quickly clarifies.
Do you have something you want to do?
I'm already doing it.
No, really?
Really? Teaching high school is a great job that no one ever regrets. You should pose that question to D. He's just been standing there sneering in the rain. Well, go on, D. I swear to God we talked about this exact thing before. Well, I haven't heard, so tell me. Fuck. I guess I want to be the featherweight champion of the IEFC. Lofty. You know they've never had a human champion in that division, right? Wait, you watch IFC? On very rare occasion.
I mean, it's artful sometimes.
Oh, wait, no, he says that. It's artful sometimes. See, I told you so. Now you have to watch it again with me.
I tell you what, I'll start watching it when you're in the ring, D.
Fine. Then when I'm up in the cage wearing that belt, you're gonna be in the crowd at the stadium, and I'm gonna point at you and laugh my ass off. Quite a promise to uphold, D. I got the will and the skill. Laughs go around the little circle, except Olivia felt a little more light. Free, airy. Made me feel good. We'll continue bantering for a little while until it's all cut too short by the arrival of the taxi. The mirth of our conversation is replaced with a quiet fondness, one that left my thoughts to wander back all the things we said today, and even back to when I first came in. It's a strange circumstance. It wasn't even that long ago. I was still angry, lost, and then I found my quirky little group of friends. Damien, Liz, and Olivia. I don't think I would be where I am right now without her. It only made her It only made me love her more. Love. Do I love? Oh, like that. Please use an interruption dash for that. That is not a trail off. Do I love Olivia? I think I do. I love her. Holy shit, I love Olivia. I'm ripped out of my thoughts by the taxi driver blasting his horn impatiently. Oh yeah, the taxi. Olivia draws her hood up as I take the grips of her chairs. We'll peer at Olivia for the last time today and thank him. He shakes his head, smiling. Oh, no need of thanks, seeing my students grow and prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs. He's in his 30s, by the way. He turns on his heel and with a wave sends us off into the rain towards the taxi, the driver of which is bellowing out about the gas burning in his car. Olivia gets herself situated in the car, and I lean back to stare at the Atticon, worried. There's a feeling in my gut which I don't like. It's one that I've felt before, and one I can't put my finger on. But I don't like it at all.
Oi.
Oi, hurry up!
Oi, hurry up.
Sorry. Wow. Wow. That was... I don't know, man. That kind of stumbled into failure. And then we get the Liz chapter, and I don't even know why you're doing that one. And then we get... This is the one, right? This is the one with Ferris where they go... Well, I said I was gonna do another chapter and I did, and you know what? That's we'll stick it to that. Jesus. What a Yeah, just what I guess. That's all I got. I don't know what to tell you. It just copy pasted most of the chapters, beats and points, and I don't know what to think about it. It drives a man to think about a ferret.